This isn't sponsored, but I love Old Navy, especially their shirts. Like, look at this one, and it has Love Wins. Like, yes! So, yesterday, the first official excerpt for Kingdom of Ash was released. I was honestly kind of surprised to see that an excerpt was released because I just feel like this book is very just secretive and not a lot of information has come out, and I really didn't think we were gonna get an excerpt. So the fact that we did was honestly very nerve-wracking. If you don't know what Kingdom of Ash is the 7th book in the Throne of Glass series, and it is also the final book in the series, and it comes out October 23rd. So we have honestly less than 2 months now, which is insane. But today I am going to be doing some crackpot theories on the first excerpt, and I'm going to be sharing my opinions on it and how I feel and making some theories, and it's going to be a grand old time, so let's get started. Now, what's funny is that when I found out that an excerpt had been released, my first immediate thought was, oh my god, what if it's told from Yrene Towers? Yrene is my favorite character in the Throne of Glass series. She means the world to me. I would die for her. Like, I freaking love that woman. So, of course, my immediate thought was about her because I just miss her so much, and I was really confident that it was gonna be her perspective in this excerpt, but it's not, which I'm not salty about. This excerpt is split in two, so I'm gonna talk about the first half of the excerpt first, which is told from the prince, aka Rowan. If I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot about Rowan for a hot second, just because he's not in my top favorites. Like, don't get me wrong, I love him, I think he's great, but he's definitely a character I don't think about all the time because I do have other characters in this series that I love more, but that doesn't mean I don't like Rowan because I think he's wonderful. But Rowan's little section in this excerpt, even though it's very short, it is so depressing. Basically, to sum up what Rowan's section in this excerpt is about, it's basically him talking about what he's been doing the moment since Aline, his mate, disappeared. And he talked about he's been looking for her, and he barely eats, he barely sleeps, he only does it just to have energy so he can look for her more. And he talks about how days pass and then weeks and months, but he still keeps going, and his section ends with him saying, "I will find you." So how do I feel about this excerpt? Well, let me tell you all, it's pretty depressing. I know Aline has suffered, but I feel like I never really think about the fact that Rowan has suffered as well, and he has gone through so much too, and he honestly deserves a break. Like, I feel like he's always just fighting and fighting, and I'm just like, dude, just sleep and relax. But I knew even if this excerpt wasn't going to be told from his perspective, I knew the moment we saw him in Kingdom of Ash that he was going to be non-stop looking for Aline day and night, not eating, not sleeping, not doing whatever, because literally the only thing that matters to Rowan is finding Aline. And even though I do appreciate Rowan spending his time looking for Aline, I hope and pray that he realizes that Aline is a very strong woman, okay? That girl has literally survived everything, and I know deep in my heart that she can survive this too. She can break out of this and get free. So I want him to also, like, just take a break, okay? Because Aline, she can figure out a way. Now, do I know how Aline's gonna break free out of this crazy situation? Heck no, but your girl is hopeful, cause like I said, Aline has survived everything and she can survive this. Speaking of Aline, let's talk about the Aline section, which is a little longer, but more depressing. So a lot of stuff happens in Aline's section, with it starting with her talking about the coffin and how it feels, but then she gives some detail about where she is, because she talks about how she can hear a river through her iron coffin and that she's on an island in a stone temple that was built for some forgotten god, and she reflects on how she's gonna be forgotten, but she doesn't want that because she's not going to be a failure. Then she talks about how her screams are drowned out and she's losing track and time, and she's basically just panicking about everything, and how this gift she has of fire is not a gift, it's a curse. But then she starts talking about Rowan, of course, because that's her bae. She even talks about Maeve at one point, and her section ends with her saying, "Once upon a time, in a land long since burned to ash, there lived a young princess who loved her kingdom." I think Aline's section of the excerpt definitely gives more details and insight to things, so it's definitely more easier to theorize about her. So we now know that Aline is on an island that Maeve probably owns, or where the Valg are, and she's in this forgotten temple that's probably hidden deep into the forest that no one could ever find except Rowan, because he's gonna find her. I don't know why, but I just thought of in Tower of Dawn, Nesrin and Sartik go to this island where a bunch of Valg are, so I'm wondering, what if Aline's there? Because that was basically like Valg headquarters, and that's where they found out that Maeve was the Valg queen. So maybe she's on that same island. I feel like they would have figured that out though, maybe, but they didn't know that she had been captured. They still don't know that. Oh my god. But she's on an island, which is good to know. I'm glad that she's at least on land, but she's still in the coffin, which sucks. I just feel so bad for her, because she one minute is doubting herself, but then she's like, no, don't do that. I'm gonna get out here. I'm not gonna fail. But then she's screaming and she's losing time and she just doesn't know what's going on, and she's basically breaking down, and it's like, she just doesn't deserve this. She or Rowan don't deserve this, and it's just awful. But what is keeping Aline going is this line that is repeated multiple times throughout her excerpt, and that is, "Once upon a time, in a land long since burned to ash, there lived a young princess who loved her kingdom." This is what keeps her going, because this is something she said to Rowan. I don't remember that, but it says right there she spoke this to the prince, aka Rowan. These words are about her. Even if it is a fairy tale, it is resembling her life, and her land was burned to ash, but there was a princess, her, who loved her kingdom. And it's not even loved, she still loves her kingdom, and that is what she's fighting for, Tesserin, and she is going to save it. The only thing that scares me about her saving Tesserin, and as well as her friends, is that she's going to sacrifice herself. I have a very strong fear that she's going to sacrifice herself, because it is something she would do. She's willing to do anything to save her people and her country, and I can totally see it happening, but I don't want it to happen. All I want is for her to survive and live a happy life with Rowan and grow old together, because that's what they deserve. They've been through so much already, and I really don't want to see them die, especially her. Why does Sarah have to make things so depressing? Like, why did this have to be the first excerpt? This honestly should have been a Urian Towers excerpt. That would have been so much better and happier. But I still loved the excerpt. I'm still glad we got this, because it kinda gives me some clarity, just a little. Just knowing that, like, she's alive, even if she's in a coffin. Like, she's live, she's still going strong. That's all that matters. But that, my friends, was my thoughts and theories on the first excerpt to Kingdom of Ash. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you have theories and opinions on this excerpt, please let me know in the comments down below, because I got to talk about this. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'm Courtney, and I'll see you all next time with a new video soon, so I will see you then. So bye!